Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday the 18th of March now, and I'm heading home. It's 5:30. Reasonable time to be heading back home, and yeah, this week it's been pretty acceptable, to be honest. Not been so bad at all, really, for me, especially being at work full week. Well, pretty much. I was in and out a bit, but not so bad. So, and yeah, it's also been busy. I mean, busy, not massively busy work-wise, but I've just been doing lots of stuff, home and everywhere else. So, I had loads going on, really. Try and cover it all, but I'll probably forget half of it anyway. Just because I always seem to manage to do that when I do these vlogs anyway. So, what's been going on? Yeah, busy weekend last weekend, just catching up on bits around the house, to be honest. Been doing lots of bits of rearranging of things, so sorting kitchen units out and removing those about, and also switched out, cut down on, well, we got a new breakfast bar, because we needed the kitchen worktop piece to fit in another piece because we've extended something else and we couldn't get the same worktops, so we needed that worktop unit to match up. So we've got a whole new just breakfast bar, but it's also one that pulls out now rather than being fixed to the wall, so it's a freestanding unit, so you can pull it away and sit either side, and consequently because of that we needed to reduce the amount of cable clutter on there, because there's obviously chargers, we have iPads and stuff on there and chargers related to those. So I switched out a wall socket with just an on-off switch on it, and I swapped that out for a single socket, because the on-off switch bit was for a socket that's further down in the sort of under the stairways. I think it once been, I don't know why you'd want to turn something off there, because obviously the switch just turned off that socket that's in there, which we have various things connected to, a 4-gang extension. But yeah, so that switch is a bit pointless, to be perfectly honest, for us. So I swapped it out for one of these, a single 13 amp, so we actually had a 13 amp socket usable to do something with, instead of just being a switch there, but also one of these double USB chargers as well. So it's got the built-in USB chargers, so you can just plug your USB cable in and then charge whatever you want, the iPad or whatever else. So that got rid of what we had sat on the counter for charging stuff, because it was in the socket already. So that went reasonably all right. I actually did that while I was off last week. Of course, it's one of those things, you get it, because it's got the USB things in, it's a bit deeper, so it's a bit of a tight fit, but fortunately we've got tiles on there anyway, and it kind of just sits, you know, the old socket was recessed to the tiles, whereas this one kind of just sits to them, but it's only 3/4 way up tiles, and then the rest of the wall, so because there's a gap around the top, so I had to make a little downing wooden bit around it. But actually getting it connected up was a bit of a trial, because the mains power in, which is a ring main, so of course you've got 2 sets of lives, 2 neutrals and 2 earths. Hello Mr. Van, that you're going to try and go on, do it, get in there. I think I'm not going to fight him, really. Last thing I need on a Friday night on the way home is to have a crash with a van who's on a mission. So yeah, it came in from the top, and of course the actual the power in live and neutral for this this switch I got was at the bottom of the unit. So the cables are coming in at the top end of the switch box unit thingy, and they needed to reach the bottom. Of course, it was a ridiculously tight fit, because they never leave enough cable in those boxes when they wire them all up. And then of course I've also, because it was a switch to a socket, there's the outgoing cables that go to the switch, but of course they had to be joined in, so I'm trying to get 3 cables into the holes, the ring and the switch out again, because of course I need that to be going where it's going to continue its life, and also get the things to do. And it involved much bending and positioning of cables carefully, and then trying to screw through the tiniest gap because there wasn't enough room to have the thing sticking very far out from the wall. But I managed to do it in the end after much struggling and I'm going to admit a little bit of cursing and stuff. So yeah, you trusted I was going to stop then, didn't you? Getting them all today. So yes, got that done, and yeah, it's pretty good. Well, I mean, it's always handy if you've got the opportunity to do that nowadays, because everything needs chargers. Rather than having to plug your Apple charger in or whatever to charge. I mean, getting one of these sockets that have already got the USB chargers built into them is very handy. Obviously, getting some decent quality ones that are going to be reliable and A, not going to break, and B, aren't going to fry your gadgets. It'll be handy. So and this was an expensive socket. Well, it just got a polished nickel finish actually. All the rest of them were brushed aluminium, but funny enough, it looked more metallic than it came up as, but it actually doesn't work too bad because we're on the black. There's black tiles around it, so yeah, actually the polished nickel, it makes it kind of blackish anyway, so it looked quite good. So got that done, and got some other little bits of wiring done, because I moved the big charging dock that we had on the breakfast bar thing to the unit in the living room that made the opposite side of the media centre. I built, and I built out of black shelving units, an equivalent to that on the right hand side. So I thought we'll move that to the top of this charging station, and then also with a lamp on there as well, and it was sort of run, the power cable for the lamp was kind of dangling in the air off an extension that was dangling. It was all not very neat, so I've got a 5 metre length of rubberized electric cable, and tacked that in from the plug, put a plug on it, tacked it in from the plug up to the unit, and then I've got a 3-way circular black switch, well, junction box as it were, to join them all up there, so I could join the lamp and then also the power for, oh no, van, no man, oh, Jesus Christ, that was bad. I don't actually know how he didn't hit that bus. Ooh, a little bit of a blip on the accelerator again. So, dear me. Yeah, so I've got all that wired up now, so it's all nice and neat, and I've got dangling things and whatever else, so that's quite good. Star Wars Battlefront news, of course. Really, the big news at the moment is going to be the new downloadable content for the paid season pass, which I think we should be getting on the 22nd. Is that a Pull Event Day? Might be actually, but I can't remember now. I've forgotten all about that. But yes, it's all looking very exciting. Going to get new heroes and villains. New hero is going to be, and I know his name now, Neonub, which is the funny monkey-looking one. And we're also going to get Greedo, which I think I mentioned that previously. And they're going to have some of their own sort of special abilities. It looks like Neonub is like a bit of an explosives expert, so he's going to be using bombs, thermal detonators and things. And also Greedo is going to be getting, he's got this ability to basically target multiple enemies at once and then fire off at all of them, so that'll be interesting to see how that works. And then of course we've got the Jabba the Hutt's palace map to play in, as well as another c0ff factory, or a different c0ff factory sort of thing, which I've been watching. They've done some like preview gameplay footage on, so I've been watching that, and that looks really, it looks excellent, really. It won't improve my ability to play the game very much, although I did find out that maybe I'm not as rubbish as I thought I was, because it seems the original PS4 controller we had is actually, I think, one of the thumbsticks, which is the aiming thumbstick. Aiming one. That one is seems to be on its way out. It's got a bit worn because I was playing some rounds with the youngest on the missions, and where you can have 2-player. And I was trying to aim, and the thing would either not move or it'd dive round completely right across the screen. You know, it was jerking all over the place. Evidently, part of my aiming problem at hitting things isn't exactly me being totally useless, and just the simple fact that maybe I've been stuck with the wrong controller, the dodgy one, and that's been causing me problems. I have actually reached rank 41 now, with some help from the boys, but can't actually purchase yet a Scout Trooper outfit, and also I think we're looking for getting a Rebels one. Probably funny, a Neon Numb outfit, because he likes the monkey one, the lad. But so far, haven't been able to get. I thought he was turning, but he was actually just going past the bike. Right, fair enough. Confusion raised. Just make sure I've cleared the bike before I turn here, because I don't want to turn it. I was turning anyway. So yeah, I've not actually been able to get the outfit yet, because the youngest, who's got all infused with the game, does like going on it, but it is clocked on the fact that you can go and choose your suit or outfit for your trooper or rebels, and there's loads and loads to choose from, but obviously you've got to pay for the different ones, and there's some free ones and some to pay for. So annoyingly, he's thought, right, I'm going to go through. So I've been going on, and all of a sudden I've got a stormtrooper, but it appears to have Grace Jones's head on it, and then I go on to being a rebel, and I've got some weird old man's head on, or you end up with like Kojak's head on or something. But the thing is, he's spent all my damn credits on all these things, and of course there's also the other thing is that these phrases they can talk. And I went it on the other night, and I accidentally hit the phrase button, and he's like, someone crack open a blast door. So where did this come from? And you're going to go and pay using credits to buy these phrases. And yeah, so now, and there's another one, I knocked it, and it just stands and does a slow hand clap. You guy just standing there, just doing this slow hand clap, like, oh, well done. So yes, and miraculously, I got about 30,000 credits stored up. 1,500 when I last looked, because someone's gone mad and bought all these stupid things from it. So yeah, we're slowly. I think we're back up to about 11,000 now, because the eldest's been plugging away at different games to build them up. But the credits do take some time to get, because if you do a match and you get about 2,000 or 3,000 XP experience, but that only actually amounts to 200 or 300 credits, so not great. So it could be a while before I'll get those suits, especially if the youngest keeps going on and buying more stupid things. Also related to that, I picked up a why is he driving around with his boot open? All the weirdos tonight, aren't we? He's got a wardrobe or something hanging at the back of his car, that's why. Yeah, I picked up a Bluetooth dongle thing I'd seen Bob Bell had done on his channel some time ago. What I wanted to do is listen to my use my Bluetooth headphones with the PlayStation TV upstairs. So when I was playing Star Wars Battlefront at night, I could listen over the earphones rather than blasting it out, because especially when you drop a thermal imploder, it's like a massive bass drop. Boom, boom. So, and they're quite handy, those bombs. They tend to blow everything up in the near radius, so I do like getting all of those power-ups and dropping them regularly. So thought, right, I'll connect my Bluetooth earphones, which work fine with my phone and my MacBook, to the PlayStation TV, which will take Bluetooth. only it just kept like kicking out and not connecting and whatever else. Like, and then it messed up the gameplay at the same time when it was doing all this. So I don't know if the headphones didn't like the PSTV or the PSTV just couldn't handle doing it through that. So I thought I'll get this Bluetooth thing and connect it to the headphone jack on the TV, output on the TV. And then I can use that Bluetooth transmitter to transmit the audio to my headphones. Perfect. Except I didn't check until when I got it that the TV had a headphone jack. Because of course TVs have headphone jacks. Apparently not anymore. No, the Bush TV I've got doesn't have a headphone jack. So what did I have to do? Then hunted about and found a HDMI splitter that will pull the audio out of your HDMI cable. So that was my solution to that problem. It's got that, connected that up, and it does actually all work fine now, so I can listen to the audio. The only minor issue is it doesn't cut the audio to the TV. I just have to remember to turn it down before I set up. I'll be sat nicely listening to the sound on my earphones, but also have it booming out the TV, which would be a bit pointless. So I've got that sorted out as well. Plus many, many other things, but I've not really got round to those. So there you are. Right, it's Apple event next week, I think. I've almost forgotten about that. But and betas have been out again. I've not even done the watch beta this week because it's such a... Oh, so I couldn't bother. Maybe do that tonight. Stick it on the charge and whatever. So have a good weekend anyway. I hope you all had as good a week as I did. Acceptable week. Oh, shout out also to at Piracy. Or no, sorry, at iAdam360. No, it's actually at the Rare Enema now, I believe. Anyway, sorry I took ages to reply to your DM, but I just DMs. I ever get loads of rubbish through and I don't get the notifications all the time for some reason, Tweetbot. But I hope you're enjoying your iCarbon skin now we've got that sorted out. And sorry about hurting your foot as well, mate. Which is an entirely different story. So shout out to him, and also again to Mark, who sorted out another one of these vapey things because someone else saw the one I'd got last week and they wanted one, so I had to get another one in. Wow. So I'll get even more at this rate off him. But thanks again for sorting that out, Mark. Everyone else, have a good weekend. Week next week. Enjoy the Apple event, which I'm sure I'll cover next week. And I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. See ya.